What happened that night when O.J. and Kris Jenner were connected to jacuzzi? Simpson would have had sex with Kris Jenner in the 1990s. According to Paldo, the toilet suspected of the toilet contains O.J. Kris, his wife Nicole Brown Simpson and Robert Kardashian. Welcome to Celebs Unlock. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming celebrity gists. O.J. Simpson boasts that his best friend Robert Kardashian and Kris Jenner are suspected of being hot connection between the 1990s lockers and the Norman Pardo instead of jacuzzi and Alanumson. He was a crazy female officer and he trusted people. A person who has been engaged in juice and other questions as a manager for about 20 years. Since Paldo has been there so far, Simpson claims that he is pleased with his personal part. Despite O.J.'s sexual comments about Kris, he later vehemently denied having any romantic or sexual relationship with her, calling the allegations false. And Kris, who has since divorced Kardashian and married Bruce Jenner, also vehemently denied the sordid Spa article and her relationship with O.J. "That's a lie, a complete lie. I never had a relationship with O.J. Simpson," she said. Mr. Simpson, who died of prostate cancer on Wednesday at the age of 76, was born in June 1994 to Nicole Brown Simpson, his beautiful blonde ex-second wife and mother of his 2 children, and their friend Ron Gold. There was an infamous acquittal in the shooting death of Mr. Mann in 1995 in what was dubbed the television trial of the century watched by millions. Kardashian, a longtime friend of O.J., persuaded a jury of 1 white man and 11 people of color. He was one of the lawyers on the legal dream team. Acquit. The jury returned its verdict just 3 hours later, a verdict that divided the country along racial lines. Kardashian was shocked by O.J.'s acquittal, believing he was guilty, but he died of cancer in 2003. According to Paldo, the declared fried bus contained O.J., Kris, Nicole, and Robert Kardashian. However, Kris's best friend Kardashian and Nicole left, got up, took out shorts, exposed themselves, and saw Kris his eyes. "It's until I break it." The New York Post, who reported the story of jacuzzi for the first time and received a video from the movie Pardo, quoted the manager and said he was very confused. And how can he get it? O.J. has believed that Paldo was fine for Kardashian and Simpson parks. He was under the impression that the spa scene was one of the reasons the 2 couples divorced. Among Robert and Kris's parents' close friends, however, Kris and Simpson remained close friends. She was well aware of the physical and emotional abuse Nicole suffered during her tumultuous marriage to Simpson and was also aware of her compulsive womanizing. O.J. sometimes used Kris as his go-between to contact young women he wanted to date. O.J. asked Kris to call the girl's phone and, when one of the parents answered, pretend to be the girl and ask, for example, to talk to Jennifer. Kris called, Jennifer answered, and O.J. answered. Kris later said that the reason O.J. asked him to call him was because the white girl was still young. So O.J. asked her parents to listen to her adult male black voice, which might answer the phone. "I realized that I didn't want to. I thought it was really weird that O.J. was always calling the girls," Kris later said. So, he wasn't married. Like O.J., Kris himself has played fast and loose in his marriage to Kardashian. According to a source familiar with the 2 I interviewed, he said he took action. Larry Cranes, a billionaire businessman and one of Robert Kardashian's closest friends since their school days, told me that Kardashian was extremely controlling over Kris from the beginning of their marriage. He intended to give the high school graduate and former flight attendant her self-help tapes to make her smarter and more effective as his wife. However, Kris was tired of his control and the dangerous nature of his business. At some point, Cranes said Kris had a boyfriend, and one day, Cranes and his housekeeper, who thought no one was home, found them on the first floor of his Beverly Hills mansion. Kris was saying to Robert, "I have to go out," said Joni Migdal, another close friend of Robert's. He said, "I have to have some fun," and she went out and stayed late. "It remained until then," he said. She was drinking with the wife of a powerful Hollywood executive who had a boyfriend, and Kris came home drunk at 2 or 3 a.m. and said to Robert, "I need freedom. I need freedom. I need freedom. 4. My children and I are not living our lives." She cheated on him, continued Migdal, a prominent Los Angeles real estate agent. Because she believed he had been cheating on her all her life, she married him at a young age and believed that she never had a chance to leave. Stepping out, be yourself. Kris continued to be a good mother to her children. You can be a good mother and still have fun. Put the kids to bed, hire a babysitter, and head out. Please do it late at night. The final straw for Kardashian was Kris's affair with 23-year-old Todd Waterman, a professional football player who is 11 years younger than Kris. Rob Lowe. They met at a party, and he followed her upstairs and kissed. She thought, "What is this?" And as Kris later admitted, the two soon fell in love everywhere. However, Waterman's mother stopped him. Very upset, Kardashian called Waterman's mother, Ilsa Waterman, in the middle of the night looking for Kris, but Waterman answered the phone and told her it was 2:30 a.m. "My wife is 36 years old, and my son is 24 years old. Talk to your wife, and I recommend talking to your son." They have a mother-son discussion, and Todd decides to move to London to get Kris out of her own system and escape the wrath of her angry husband. In the summer of 1990, Robert filed for divorce. His lawyer told me Robert was emotionally devastated. Divorce was not satisfying to him. He was a family man and only cared about his wife and children. Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more interesting gossip. Until next time, stay awesome and keep living your best life.